and thank you for once again accidentally clicking on our pitiful little series, God Hunters. If you are amongst the one of two listeners that happens to listen to this series, welcome once again. Tonight we're going to take you on a fantastic adventure filled with perils and excitement. I give it over now to our blessed DM.
That's me. Oh, fuck. Oh, crap. No, I'm not supposed to say that. Hello, everybody. And, yes, everything that Demetrius said. And indeed, I am a fool. In our last episode, we left off with a montage of wardrobe changes after our party had stumbled into camp and seen what was there to await them among the megalodons. We met some familiar faces, and maybe we'll meet some unfamiliar ones today. Maybe we will, maybe we won't. But to set the scene,
I feel like we will.
I'm feeling optimistic.
Maybe, or maybe I'm just throwing you for a loop.
Okay.
You all have just put on your shiny new leather outfits.
What did they look like, by the way?
Well, if you want me to give like they are.
Just go ahead.
Yeah,
Just
well,
give
I
it.
mean, imagine
You might as well.
They're distinguished leather armor. That gives resistances to the flesh that surrounds you.
I'm really picturing it in my head right now.
Yeah, but what does it really look like?
It's black refined leather that has been magically imbued with the waters of Amara's lake. That gives it a very shiny look, almost like very polished.
Yeah.
Is there a symbol or anything on it?
You did a really good job
Straps,
of like
maybe?
avoiding trying. Yeah, exactly.
If for in layman's terms, you could imagine
Any zippers?
I mean, to like really get the armor nice and tight, because you don't want
Pockets?
you don't want the flesh getting into any spot. So it's like very tight.
Okay, are there pauldrons?
Very form-fitting. Maybe some zippers to like close up those hard to reach spots.
Gotcha.
They're gimp suits. You guys are wearing gimp suits.
Oh.
Minus
Demetrius pulls the ball gag out of his mouth.
minus the headgear.
Wow, really? All right.
Well, I'm glad they fit and all, but it is nighttime. We should probably get some rest.
That sounds like a good idea.
Oh, can I get out of this silly armor?
I think it looks really nice.
Whatever helps you sleep at night, fellas.
Certainly not this.
I like it.
Demetrius takes off the armor.
It looks good on you, Roscoe. What drives you here today is you all have just come to the realization that Jehades, the friend of Chester, and Jaharis, your dearest friend Demetrius, are in fact the same person trapped in Hades.
Wait, so we came to that realization?
In the last episode, yes.
No, we didn't.
Yes, you did. You absolutely
We did now.
No, you absolutely did. I listened back to the last episode to ensure that that's exactly what happened, and you all were like, wait a minute, that sounds very familiar. And you were like,
but
oh
we
yeah,
did, like-
that sounds a lot like your friend there, Demetrius.
That doesn't sound like me at all.
Damn. Sorry,
I don't know if we
folks.
confirmed it.
Yeah, I didn't remember us confirming it.
Well, sometimes things don't need to be confirmed. That's what makes it, what builds the drama.
So you're stretching it a little bit.
I'm not. You're absolutely, like, it becomes a very obvious thing. Like, whoa, these two guys that look very similar and have very similar aesthetics, minus one looking super emo.
I thought
What?
the cloud of speculation was still pretty thick and heavy in the air.
Hey guys, do you think Jehades and Jaharis are the the person?
I think you might be right.
Well, now that we've come to that conclusion.
Oh, God.
Okay, I'm gonna go to bed.
Yeah,
now.
we should all get some rest tonight because we don't want to run off in the. We don't want to take this. We don't want to travel at night as the flesh is a little bit more dangerous.
Understood.
Demetrios is going to finally, now that I tried to establish in the previous episode, pull out a little quilted blanket. And this actually had been a gift given to him by one of Jahari's children.
Ooh, oh wow, that's so sad.
Fuck.
and it's a tiny little blanket, and he's going to lay it down and then lay on top of that with his massive 2,000-pound body.
Give me like you said tiny little blanket. Give me like a size reference.
It's like 2 feet by 1.5 feet.
Oh,
It's tiny,
That's
like for
not
a child.
that's not even like enough to cover one of your massive centaur hands.
All right, wait, maybe it's more like 3 feet, but still, it's enough for Roscoe to drape over himself.
Ooh, like a little shawl. I like it.
Yeah.
Well, we're gonna head off to bed here. You guys have a good night.
Okay, I'm gonna go brush my teeth.
You as well.
You guys brush your teeth.
Well, of course, we're not animals. Goodness.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna go do that.
I've got an extra one if you want it.
No, I definitely.
Take it.
Oh,
Chester, take the boy up on his offer.
yeah,
brought it.
you can never have too many toothbrushes. So I'm just gonna take this and definitely use it.
Rolls off the tongue, doesn't it? Toothbrush.
Yeah, for,
Also, you can use it to clean your tongue.
Oh, okay. I'll be sure, as I do every day, of course. But I'll be sure to do that today as well.
Other places too, if you prefer.
Oh my god.
You start to sound like Ren there, Shane Dawson.
Okay, I'm gonna go now.
Oh.
And Chester takes your toothbrush and walks out the door, leaving you all in the cabin with Ren, but she's already like in bed herself.
Well, I'm gonna go brush my teeth.
Is there
Go to bed.
I will say that this is your moment to do you.
Well, Roscoe cares very deeply about hygiene, so he's
Okay.
gonna do that first.
Roscoe's gonna go brush his teeth, and I'm sure that's really appreciated in this world.
So currently, I'm playing through. Zach knows, and most of you guys, actually all of you guys know, playing through Red Dead Redemption. So, you know how in Red Dead Redemption 2, you have to return back to the camp, and at certain periods, and you get to socialize with different people wandering around the camp. Is there any interactable NPCs wandering around this camp?
Why don't you go outside and just check to see what's going on?
Oh, I'm outside.
Okay,
I'm
you
outside.
you have stepped outside. Chester has gone inside. Rin has actually woke. I guess is now walking the house. She got up to get a glass of water or something. Do her business, go pee, whatever. And outside you also see Finn and Dorsey sitting on the porch of the Megalodon's cabin in like a porch swing.
Well, Demetrius is just going to walk over to them and just, talk to them. Just kind of get to know them a little more.
Okay, you walk over, and they definitely notice your presence as you walk over. Finn gives a little wave, and Dorsey seems to be a little more reserved.
How long have you been out here?
Hold on, I really have to find their voices here. Couple hours.
Finn's was like this.
Yeah, it was, but now he's hardened. More of a I like to.
Chester.
Yeah. I'm trying to do more of a solid snake kind of vibe for him.
It's quite a transition.
It's quite.
Well, I've
Does he
just
also-
been
does he
through
have
a
an
lot.
iPad?
Yes, he does actually.
Does he also smoke 7 packs a day?
No, I'm just battle hardened.
He's down to 3, actually.
I'm making a lot of progress.
To spare myself from listening to your voice, Dorsey, how long have you been out here?
Oh, we come out here every night. We used to do this as kids, just look up at the stars and.
I'm sorry, you misunderstood. How long have you been out in this forest?
Oh, that's a better question.
Yes.
Well, that.
Don't much care about your childhood. I thought you all grew up as guppies in the pond.
Well, that's pretty rude. I kind of want to ask you to leave now.
Calm down.
Oh,
Wow. Got another friend I can talk to about my backstory instead, or
You see anyone else walking around?
no? I just see your fat ass clopping around, making a bunch of noise for the flesh to see.
Anyway,
What, did you need to go shit in the woods or what?
listen, you've got a lot of really pretty teeth. It'd be a shame for you to lose 50 of them.
The better to bite your arm off with, dick.
Oh,
He's gonna get red up in her face.
What the fuck?
Kronkexa is gonna come outside.
No,
during the commotion.
wait. Okay, sorry. He is gonna get red up in her face, but he's gonna extend a hand out to her to like shake her hand.
And she grabs it very hard, like gives you a very firm, respectable handshake.
I like you, Dorsey.
You don't seem so bad yourself, horse boy.
But yes, how long have you been out in this forest? Well, my voice cracked. Oh,
Oh, it happens to the best of us. Gosh, Finn, what would you say, about 6 or 7 months now? Seems about right.
it's a long time.
Every day feels a little bit longer.
Do you feel like you've made any progress?
I think the answer to progress right now is that the flesh hasn't gotten out of the forest yet. And I think that's as much as we can hope for the moment.
Well, that's good. That's good.
But
Well, if you,
the flesh finds a new way to be bothersome, let's say, every single day. What about
How
you
so?
guys? Well, I don't know. It seems when it takes control of something, it's almost like it's found its purpose and it's content. But when it's just formless, when it hasn't found a host, whether it be a tree or a squirrel or a giant, it's like it hunts. It's like it's learning. Just the other day, I almost stepped into a flesh trap. It tried to blend in with the trail. Would have caught me too if it wasn't so slow.
goodness.
Be careful on your way out. Just expect anything.
Well, I thank you for the warning. This is new to me. I've seen many a foe, but none such as this. Will you be with us tomorrow?
It'll be Tim, and Chester with you tomorrow. We're gonna stay with the camp with Ren, make sure nothing happens. Somebody's got to keep an eye on these things at all times. You know, you just, again, you never know what to
Right.
expect.
Right, of course, of course. Well, it was a pleasure to make your acquaintance, Dorsey and Finn.
You as
I'm
well.
going to walk around the property now, get a little fresh air before I lay down for the night. Farewell.
Have a good night. And you walk off, and as you do, you peer over, and you see Dorsey and Finn clasp hands, or like grab each other's hands reassuringly.
Well, no, actually, clasp was the right word. And if we're
Is it?
talking sharks,
Yeah, is that shark specific?
yeah, they clasp. They have clasper fins.
Oh, okay. Well, they clasp hands, and
we go.
reassuringly, and they stand up and they make their way inside.
Oh shit! I think the clasper fins are the breeding fins, actually.
Oh, never mind. They don't do that. They definitely don't clasp.
Damn, this just got really dark.
Is anybody else up to anything?
Just Roscoe's just getting everything settled
Still
for the
brushing your
night.
teeth.
No, he's done now. It'd be your turn if you weren't so gross.
Wow.
Do you all like
he's
share a
just-
toothbrush or?
I have my own, thank you. And I had an extra one, but I gave it to
I
Chester.
already brushed mine.
Oh, good. I'm glad. How was it?
Damn.
It's,
Oh, Shalmos, I heard you brushed. Did anything notice anything weird about your toothbrush? How about you, Kronk? Yeah, you like that shit, don't you? And Roscoe goes to bed.
What?
Scooby, could you describe?
I don't know. Did you put their toothbrushes up your butthole and like swish it around? Or-
Bro, I literally texted you what I did.
oh, hold on. I got my phone on silent.
Last week.
What?
When they threw their bags on me and made me like do that.
Oh.
I rubbed their toothbrushes on the bottom of my big ass halfling
Oh,
feet.
I didn't see that. Tomorrow, Shamos and Konkaxar wake up with some fungus growing out of their teeth.
Kronkaxar he's standing outside the cabin. He's leaning up against the cabin wall, kind of like arms crossed, and he's just kind of like taking in the night sky, like the starry sky.
Okay, just are you thinking about anything particularly?
Yeah, he's thinking about his clan, and he's been away from them for a really long time now, and he misses them quite a bit. But he knows that they'd want him to do the best he could, so he's sort of steeling himself for what's ahead.
Yeah, is this sort of like Konkaxar? Because I know you come from a barbarian clan specifically. Is this sort of Konkaxar's? I don't want to say hazing, but trial.
Yeah, so when they come of age, they kind of send him out, and Kronkaxar decided to go pretty far away and ended up kind of entangled with the current group, and he's kind of just was like, oh, yeah, I'm gonna, saddle up with these guys, and he's been enjoying the run, but he hasn't really had a lot of time to reflect, and so he's just sort of taking it all in and thinking about the journey ahead right now.
Thinking about how he bit off a little bit more than he can chew, and why his toothbrush tastes a little weird this night.
Yeah.
What about you, Shamos?
He likes. He really likes the new taste of his toothbrush. Tastes kind of like halfling food.
Is that like a delicacy among tieflings?
Yeah.
Damn.
Normally you have to pay for this kind of meal.
Other than that, I'm going to bed. Or Shamos is going to bed.
So Roscoe, he's got all of his stuff together. He's gonna go out and see. He went out to look on the porch to talk with Demetrius, and he's gonna wander outside looking for him.
Okay, you wander over Demetrius, and
he's by the fire over where by the shed.
So the fire is located partly ways away from I guess probably like 20 feet away from your cabin and the Megalodon's cabin, kind of in like a triangular formation, to make sure that it stays far away enough from the rest of the flesh beings.
Mm-hmm.
So how far? Demetrius is kind of like parked by the fire, just looking at the fire. And actually, Demetrius is very much thinking about Hades right now as he's kind of looking into the fire. It's kind of taking his thoughts right now.
Y'all all reminiscing about y'all are all on like separate sides of the camp, just
it's character building.
Roscoe's gonna wander over to Demetrius, and he's gonna place a delicate, small, like extremely small hand on his flank, I guess, and give him a little pat. And
Oh, Roscoe.
I noticed you weren't in bed, so I just figured I'd come make sure everything's okay.
Well, I appreciate that. I'm just not feeling quite tired yet. And just felt like just taking in the night air like Kronk over there.
It's okay to be nervous.
You are right. And if I'm being completely honest, I am. Quite.
And that's okay.
How are you, Roscoe?
Honestly, I'm terrified, but it's gonna be all right because I have all my friends here.
Roscoe, I must say, you have come so far as a warrior since I first met you. I'm truly impressed daily with your progress.
I couldn't have done it without you.
I'm honored to call you a friend. Hey, I've got a question for you.
Yeah.
And he kind of looks around real quick just to make sure no one's looking at it, and he leans down towards Roscoe.
I'm a bit curious about that little storage shed they have. Aren't you?
Yeah, he did say there were supplies in there, but we haven't been able to go and see if we could maybe use any of it.
I know. Should we take a look? I kind of want to take a look.
And he kind of looks up and looks over the fire at Kronk.
Kronk. Come here.
Kronkaxar kind of gets up off the wall and walks over.
Hey, I was just telling Roscoe here. I think we should. What do you think about checking out that little storage shed they have?
What do you think's in there?
I don't know, but they seemed awfully. They didn't seem very open to the
Roscoe,
idea of us
as this is
checking it out.
happening, while they were talking with one another, he's already wandered over to the shed.
Oh,
He got really
Gross.
interested.
Okay.
Is there a door?
Yeah, there's just a small door.
He's just gonna open it.
Yeah,
he's just gonna open it.
Oh, damn. Okay.
it's going right in.
You open it, and inside you see sort of what you would expect at first. You see tools hung up neatly on the wall, bordered along above the workbench that's positioned inside of there. But also near the back of the shed, you see another small wooden door that seems to be very well insulated, kind of like sort of like a not a rubber coating, but there's sort of a leather coating around the creases of that door.
So much leather in this episode.
I'm sorry, I didn't want to say rubber. I didn't think rubber was just an available resource back.
It's a fantasy world, bro.
Okay, it's magical rubber.
The door's made of rubber.
No. It's a wooden door with like rubber edges to make sure like that.
It's got some high quality weather seal around it.
Yeah, think of it like a weather seal kind of idea.
And it's looking out of place. Then I'm assuming.
Yeah, sure, definitely. I mean, it enough to pique your curiosity.
Ooh, rubber.
Demetrius is still by the fire right now. Is Kronk there too?
Yeah, I'm with Dimitri.
They're still talking, and Roscoe has just wandered away.
What do you think he's found? What is he getting into?
It's probably nothing good.
Well, he's gonna. Is there a lock hole or anything, or is it like?
No, it seems to be able to just like pull and be swung open.
I think we should probably go and just take a look.
Demetrius is gonna go walk just to the door of the shed, but he's not gonna go inside.
Gotcha.
He's gonna like peer inside.
I'm gonna follow.
All
I
right.
found a rubber door.
Roscoe.
Well, look. I don't even. Or he doesn't know. He's like, what is this?
What is this thing I just described?
It's
Roscoe.
so soft.
Have you used all your senses?
All three of them. Curiosity, rebellious, and curiosity. And he opens the door.
No. goodness.
You open the door and you swing it open, and inside there seems to be slab. First and foremost, you smell a very smoky aroma as you swing the door open, as like the dust clears, you see slabs of meat hanging from strings from the ceiling.
There's food.
Huh.
Like
This is,
like
this is a
jerky,
well-organized tool shed.
So like jerky, kinda.
It's like smoked meat. This is
Oh, okay.
yeah. Why don't the three of you are you all taking a peek in this now?
I'm standing at the doorway looking
There's
in.
meat.
Yeah, Demetrius is still in the doorway too.
Roscoe, what do you find? What did you see?
I don't know. It looks like meat.
What?
You know, like, oh fuck, I dropped my D20.
It's a heavy D20.
Damn, that thing's it sounds like 5-pound D20.
James curls it in his free time.
I do.
Nice.
Anyways, it's like a smoked meat rack.
Well, you think it'd be good for us to take on our journey?
Well, I don't know. Let me see if there's anything else. Like maybe like I don't know, like some baggies or something.
Okay.
I think we should steal their food.
That's high key messed up. I'll say that.
Always coming in with the honor, aren't you, Kronk? I respect.
So is there anything else, or is it just meat in this room?
Why don't you make a perception check?
I think I will, now that I've retrieved my D20. It's a 14.
It's 14? Yeah. You're walking along, kind of checking out the slabs of meat, just looking for anything else that might be of interest. And you note, as you're walking, you hear a which is different from the normal wood paneling that you've been stepping on.
Oh, he's gonna look down.
You look down and you see there's a metal latch along the side of one of these wood panels. And as you look closer, there's also a small handle, and you can determine that this is some sort of secret door.
Well, golly gee! And he's gonna scamper back to the door, and then he's gonna. There's a secret door,
Really?
Secret door.
like like in the floor. It's like a trap door.
I knew there was something about this.
I'm trying to tell you that I want to open it, and then I'm going to, and it's just a matter
Okay,
of.
all right, I know.
Wait, should we go retrieve Shamos?
I think yes, I will. That's a good idea.
Roscoe does like little jumps because he's excited and he wants to open it, but
Is Roscoe going to be patient?
huh?
Is Roscoe going to be patient?
He's impatient, but he's not. He's gonna hold himself off.
Can I pick up Roscoe and
No,
hang his shirt through
no, you
the meat
cannot.
hook?
Roll a strength check.
All right.
And Roscoe, I'll have you match that. I'll have you fight that with another strength check of your own.
All right. 18.
I'm not gonna beat that. This is the thing.
Gronk,
He's gonna put up a good little fight.
I'd like to use uncanny dodge.
okay, Gronk, you go to pick up Roscoe, and he uses his uncanny dodge to do a front flip between your legs, and now he's behind you.
And now I'm on his shoulders.
He's scampered
My
up.
choice.
He's beat you to it. And Demetrius, I assume you have went and retrieved Shamos at this point.
Yeah, he's gonna like hit him in the heel, like not hit him, but like tap his heel.
I'm doing a light
You like
karate
knocking on his
chop.
window?
Throwing pebbles at the windowsill.
Yeah, let's do that. Yeah, Demetrius didn't want to go inside for fear of bumping into Ren again, so he's just throwing pebbles at the window.
What? Brother,
What?
we're raiding the storage shed. You care to join?
Of course.
Oh, come along.
Okay, Shamos is going to slowly creep out.
Are you creeping out of the window or what?
Yeah.
Stealth check.
I was gonna say, roll me a stealth check to see how well you get out
no.
the window.
Okay, I'm going out the window, by the way.
Yeah.
5.
God, dude.
So okay. You creak the window open really loudly, like you're trying to like creak it, but every time you like inch it up a bit, it's just like.
Goodness, man.
Sorry, they don't oil or whatever you do to windows. I don't know.
I don't know what you're doing, but shut the hell up.
Just staring on my. All right, I'm gonna get out now and follow. Him.
Can you like
Does he also
trip,
like
too?
do his horns like knock against
Yeah.
the window frame?
Can you like scratch the window?
You scratch up the wood on your way out, but you are able to get out, and Rin has not come and like been like, what the fuck is going on? Okay, you are now
What happened to yours? What happened to your stealth skills, Shamos?
They don't do. However you maintain a window, okay? It's not my fault. They don't.
It's a pretty disorderly camp, but I must say it's a very orderly storage shed, which makes me awfully suspicious.
So what have you found?
Well, so far only a well-organized rack of tools and some smoked meats. And then little Roscoe happened to find a secret door.
Roscoe.
Okay.
It's not our turn yet.
No, well, we can talk. They're like. Oh,
Yeah, we're like walking into the shed now.
What?
Now that you're up here, what kind of meat is this?
I'd like to make a meat check.
I like that check. This is a cool check.
Are you proficient in meat checks, Roscoe?
Severely.
Okay.
Severely.
Go ahead and roll a d20 for me. Give me that meat check.
Well, I've rolled an 8 with no mod.
Yo, give me that meat check, baby.
It's meat.
Damn.
I don't. Kronk, it kind of looks to me like it's meat. I don't know. Can I
Appears
sniff
to
it?
be.
Yeah, give it a little sniff, and it smells smoky but tender.
All right, boys, I've collected shovels.
So now you
Shamos.
all. Oh, yep.
Hello.
Hi.
Hello, everybody. Has everybody met each other for the first time today? Okay.
I'm Roscoe.
Hello, and welcome back to another accident.
Another accident. Yes.
Doctor
I
One
Door
has
now?
just controlled the flesh.
Okay,
All right,
so
all
you
right.
guys now are in and or around the shed.
I'd like to open this.
We're in. We're all in
You're-
that back room with the smoke beans.
You're all in the back room, and you all start like hitting the meat like it's Rocky. No, Roscoe, you practicing your hand skills.
Look at all this meat, Shamos.
That's a lot of meat.
Is this Arby's or what?
We have. You have the meats.
Roscoe, he can't do it anymore.
Okay, Roscoe. As you open the trapdoor, the first thing that you're met with is a dark corridor that leads down, as well as an old wooden ladder that descends down this entrance. As you reach the touch of the wooden ladder, you first feel the damp cold of the underground is apparent as it is stuck to the now rotting wood of the ladder's rung.
Well, what the heck do they have this for?
Well, we probably weren't supposed to know.
All right, and he closes the door, and everybody goes back to bed.
Back to bed.
All right.
Wait, is he just peering down?
Yes, he's peered down.
Okay.
He hasn't climbed down or anything.
Can I bump him with my knee so he falls down?
Damn.
Why?
Yeah. Roscoe, dex save to see if you take damage.
Oh my goodness!
Okay, I was kind of kidding.
No, you done it.
I rolled it's gonna be 7, I guess. Or 8 with my mod.
Oh, Kronk feeling a little feisty.
Roscoe, take 4 damage as you tumble down. But it's only a few. It's only like 12 feet.
Oh God.
You good, lad?
I hold my hand up for a high five for Kronk.
I return the high five.
Well done.
Demetrius
What
is
am-
peering down the ladder when he asks it. You good, lad?
I don't know. I think I'm dead.
How are you gonna fit down there, Dimitri?
Well, I'm not. But you will.
What am I
True.
seeing down here?
I thought you were gonna now kick Kronk out.
That's exactly what I thought.
Roscoe,
Yes.
as you hit the dirt floor of the cellar, the first thing that becomes apparent to you is one complete darkness, except for what lies at your feet. All around you are more compact dirt walls with only a few 2x4s acting as support beams. As you look up to gain your bearings, you see a hallway stretch before you, and at the end you see a single oil lamp attached by wire swaying over what seems to be a wooden chest.
This is suspicious.
He's gonna glance back up. He's like, "I'm fine.
All right.
I'll be right up." And he's gonna kind of do a little once over of his surroundings, and kind of take a step towards the chest.
You
What do you
approach.
see?
Well, I'm not telling you shit. And he keeps going. He wants to go check out that chest.
Oh, he's angry at you, Kronk.
He'll be fine.
Shamos will go down next.
Okay, Shamos, you feel the same rotted wood of the ladder's rung.
God,
As you,
this wood is so rotted.
it's cold and wet, and yeah, it just feels,
God, you think they could install a new ladder here or something? Jeez.
So you said this lantern's
He's gonna
lit
suck
right
at
now.
maintenance.
It's a safety hazard.
First the windows.
Shamos is like a inspector. He's like, the windows.
You know,
the
Shamos.
ladders."
I think you can spell OSHA out of Shamos.
Yeah, right.
Well, Shamos is from nobility. So
Oh, Shamos.
Right. Everything's got to meet the code.
To answer your question, Shamos, as you have now reached the floor of the cellar here, or the floor of Roscoe, you have approached the chest, and yes, above you is a single lit lantern that is hung by some sort of metal wire, and in front of you lies an old wooden chest. And now that you are much closer to it, you see that there's an old rusted iron lock that bars the lid from opening.
They've had to have come down here recently. This torch is still lit.
No, it's a lantern, not a torch. So think of like a.
Well, this lantern is still lit, but the same thing I said before.
Roscoe.
Do you hear something, Shamos?
I think Kronk is trying to talk to you.
Because I don't hear anything.
That's all right. Fine. Don't take my tip. It might save your life, but it's fine.
I can't even hear him anyway. He's talking so quiet. Anyway, so I'm gonna give a little pull on the thing to see if the lock is like sturdy.
It is.
All right. Well, this lock is sturdy. I can say that much.
Shamos,
What?
hit the chest before you open it, just to be sure.
Roscoe, hit the chest.
Okay. And he punches it.
And it immediately eats you. No, it does nothing. It is a wooden chest. It makes a loud knocking noise that echoes through the cellar walls, but the sound is absorbed by the condensed dirt around you.
Kronk makes a thumbs up.
Let me see if I brought my lockpicks. I don't really know if I did.
Is Kronk still up above with Demetrius still, or did he climb down?
I climbed down.
Oh, have you? I didn't know that. Okay.
I waited for the ladder inspection to be complete.
It's not up to code.
I mean, would I have my lockpicks? I don't know.
Would you? I mean, if you have them, then yes, they are in your inventory.
Okay. Let me see if I can't see what do a little you know.
Roll a lockpick check.
I don't know what that is.
What is the we don't, I don't. Is it Dex?
It'd be Dex, yes. Or intelligence. I'll give it up to. I'll let you decide.
Big Dex. It's 15.
15. Yeah, you pop open that lock. It takes you a few minutes, but you are able to pop the lock open,
Dang.
and it falls to the
Popping and
floor.
locking, Roscoe.
It falls to the floor with a heavy thud. And I'm assuming you're opening the chest now, correct?
Yeah.
As you open the chest, inside lies a glass mason jar about the size of a soda can with only a few tiny holes poked into its lid for what you assume is to allow the creature inside to breathe.
But I can't see. It's not like clear.
Not in the you not from where it's at. You would have to get a closer look.
There's this jar here. Kronk, I think you should pick it up.
I don't know.
He's gonna pick it up, I guess, because Kronk's a pussy. He's gonna look at it.
The chest is like almost your height, so you kind of have to like lean into it and like get your feet off the ground and do that thing where you're like putting all the weight on your tummy to like reach into it.
Exactly. That's what I was thinking.
And you pull out the glass mason jar, and you find a sight that you are now all too familiar with. You hold the jar up to eye level, peering into the glass walls, where you find a pea-sized clump. P-E-A-P-sized clump of heaving, rotting flesh. As you bring it closer to your face, it's obvious that it notices you as it inches closer to the wall, as if trying to climb the glass sides. It doesn't seem to be aggressive, though. If anything, you would recognize this behavior something similar to a dog begging for dinner scraps.
Well, what are you, little guy? They've got a jar with a little piece of the flesh. And he's gonna show it to them.
Be careful with that.
No, this This one seems different. It looks kind of sad. Probably lonely, being locked up all down. It's cold in the ladder.
It's in a
Terrible
dungeon.
condition. Why did they have you in here, little guy? And he does like a little shake of the thing.
He doesn't like that. He kind of scoots around the glass really angrily now.
Oh, I'm sorry.
You're scaring him.
Listen, if you all could move it along, I'm kind of sick and tired of being up here with these smoked meats. What's going on down there?
That's good distancing. I don't know what you did, but that was really good.
All right, little guy. Well, I don't know what your deal is here, but honestly, you're still terrifying, and I'm gonna put you back. But just know that maybe I'll free you someday. And he's gonna salute the jar.
Okay.
All right.
You put the glass jar back in the chest and make your way back up.
I'm gonna redo the lock also.
Okay, you lock the chest back up and you make your way back up. And you, I'm assuming, shut the door behind you, and probably just try to remove any kind of trace of you all. Is that right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'll say this. On the way up, Roscoe noticed that he didn't get a chance to check it out on the way down for some reason, but on the way up, he really was not a fan of the ladder.
Very dangerous.
Very creaky.
Moist,
Rotted.
disgusting.
Not up to code.
Definitely not.
Calling Fantasyosha.
I thought that was just Shamos.
Demetrius.
My hair stinks
Well,
like smoked meats. What did you find?
It's a fantastic smell.
well, they had a locked chest with a little jar in it, with holes poked in it, and there was a little piece of the flesh living in the jar.
Like the flesh that we've been fighting.
Yeah, like that shit. And he points like towards the outside. But it was
Why?
different. I don't know. It just seemed different, like smarter, kind of, and not so like aggressive.
All right. Well, listen, I'm surprisingly getting tired now. Roscoe, I want you to ask Chester about that in the morning, okay?
Well, shit. What am I gonna do? Tell him I broke in?
Yes.
Yep.
Oh, okay. All right.
You
fine.
dove headfirst into the dungeon.
Yeah, I did. I dove.
You were so brave.
We don't hold
Wait.
back.
You just wait, you bastard.
There could have been dragons inside that
I know what you
dungeon.
did to my toothbrush, you little shit.
Gave me a wet willy.
All right, I'm going to bed, boys.
All right. Everyone else on board with going to bed?
Yep.
That is correct.
All right.
Yes.
Everybody goes to bed, and you wake up, get yourselves together, get yourselves back in your tight leather suits, and you are now.
God, I hate this.
Yeah, I know they ain't too comfortable, but it's for the best for you, believe me. You all now stand outside of the cabin around where the fire was the night before. In front of you stands Chester and Tim, both in their black leather suits and prepared for travel, as well as battle. And also Dorsey and Finn are here as well, but they are less equipped, though still in their black suits.
Dorsey, Finn, how did you sleep?
I slept great, thanks. Yeah, I mean, it was all right. Just another night in the woods.
Yeah, it must be challenging being out in this environment.
Did you say Chester was there too?
Yep, right here.
Chester, if it's okay, I'd like to talk to you about something.
I suppose. Is it imperative? We got a lot to do today.
It's important.
Yes, but we can spare a minute, Chester.
So, but before I go, and he's gonna stick his hand out with his little pinky finger out. You promise you can't be mad?
I'm not sure if I like where this is going, Roscoe, but I promise to be as understanding as a man can be.
Pinky swear it.
He gives you his nub.
Oh, like where he's missing his arm.
Yeah.
That counts. So, I know about the thing that you have down there.
What?
Where
know-
have you all like walked away, or what is your plan here, Roscoe?
He just wanted to talk to him. They're
This
still
is-
in a group.
Yeah, this is like before we depart from camp.
So y'all are still in
assuming.
front of the group, like the whole group.
Yeah.
I don't know what you mean, Roscoe. Maybe we could find a better place to talk about this.
Okay.
Whatever you have to say to my small friend, you can say in front of all of us, Chester.
I think I'm doing you quite the favor by getting you out of this forest where you need to go.
Of course, but you know, we ran into a bit of a
Dimitri.
situation.
Demetrius, it's okay.
We should be a bit discreet.
Oh, fine.
This
And
was my
he,
fault.
he kind of throws his hands up and like rolls his eyes.
whatever.
But no. Now hold on. What? No, this seems important.
Thank you. That's what I was saying.
Well, the truth is,
going on, Chester?
the truth is I was in my room and underneath the floorboards, I found a couple gold pieces.
Oh, I have a the
Sloppy Joes.
Sloppy Joe's ready.
Damn, I love sloppy joes.
Thank you, Ren.
Delicious.
I'm really glad you got those sloppy joes ready in time for breakfast.
Not gonna lie, I was kind of craving pizza, but sloppy joes is a good second.
Oh fuck! All right.
You guys
Well-
take a sloppy joe break, or
Guess we're gonna need a Sloppy Joe break.
okay, hurry up, please.
That doesn't sound good.
Go take your sloppy. Go
That's
go
good,
get
'cause I'm
sloppy on
currently
Joe
peeing.
and get your ass back here.
Oh man, that's unfortunate.
Do you guys want anything?
Yeah, I would like a sloppy Joe, please.
Just give me some celery sticks.
I've been kind of watching my weight.
All right, come on, Chavos, let's go.
Okay, where were we exactly? Does anybody remember?
Fuck.
Yeah, I just told the lie about the.
Oh, right. Okay. No, what's going on, Chester? And Chester is you see him start to sweat, truly. His long swept back hair, he brushes his hair backwards as he frantically looks between each of you.
Roscoe reaches into his pocket and he pulls out a little bag of coins and he's like, well, I didn't want to do this in front of everyone because I didn't know if maybe this was like a rainy day fun. Oh, this already happened?
Roscoe, it's okay. He turns toward Tim and Dorsey and Finn. There's something I haven't been completely honest with you all with. And it's something that could have put you all in danger. Underneath the supply shed, I have dug out a secret cellar. So what? You have some secret supplies, some extra meat that you don't want us to find, or no? In that cellar is a chest, and in that chest is a jar. And in that jar is a piece of flesh. Well, what do you mean, a piece of flesh? And he looks up and makes eye contact with them since for the first time since this has started. And you all can see his eyes glistening in the sun as tears begin to well in them. It's the last piece of my son. Chester, we destroyed your son. Remember? I know, Tim. You thought you did. Your spell didn't finish him off. After you left, I found one last piece of him. And I couldn't let go. And so I kept him, hoping that maybe keeping some part of him means I didn't completely fail him as a father. That maybe I could keep some part of him alive.
Roscoe's gonna give him a hand of reassurance on his bottom, like his lower arm or something.
He looks down at you as you do, and tries to give you a reassuring smile through his tears. And he looks back up, and I know the kind of danger that could have put you all in. And I'm sorry. I didn't know what else to do. And
Chester, what do you gain from holding on to a fraction of what your son once was?
I guess it feels like some part of him is still in there. But I know even if there is, that's no way for a boy to exist.
No, it is not.
Roscoe, go get me that jar.
Okay. I'm gonna need the key this time, though, because I had to use my,
He digs the key out of a bag that he was going to bring with him, and he hands it to you, and it's just a small brass key.
All right, I'm gonna go get it.
And you grab it, and you go get it, and you bring it back.
As Roscoe's doing that,
You're doing the right thing here, Chester. I know it's hard, but you're doing the right thing.
And as you say that, the rest of his crew kind of stands beside him and places a hand on his arm or his shoulder or his knee for Tim Tim. Thank you, Demetrius. It's been a long time coming. And Roscoe, I assume this is about the time you show up.
Nope, I'm close though.
he got distracted by the smoked meats. He set the jar down. He's gonna get some meat.
He's
from
like,
the
we
ceiling."
could make some pretty good sloppy joes out of this.
I don't sound like that. He gets back.
All right. You hand him the jar, which he gingerly takes. And you see the flesh inside react to being held by Chester as it pushes against the wall of the glass. And you see Chester kind of bring it to his eyes and stroke a finger across the outer edges of the glass to sort of say hi. And you see him crying as he hands it to Tim Tim. I need you to finish the job, friend. And Tim Tim slowly undoes the top of the glass. And as it opens, you see the flesh trying to climb the sides of it, just unable to find a grip to climb upward. And Tim Tim pulls out a small vial of the water, and he pours it into the mason jar. And you hear a sort of violent hiss as the flesh begins to dissolve like sugar in this water until it's completely gone.
You've done the right thing, Chester.
Yeah.
Your son is now at rest.
We will do everything we can to honor your son's memory by helping you defeat this flesh. But first, we must get through this forest. For it seems like we need all the hands we can get.
Let's go. We don't have much time to lose. And he gathers his gear that he's going to need for the trip along with Tim Tim. And you all begin heading out. Now, we don't have a lot of time. There is a shelter about a day's travel away from here, but we need to get there before dark, before things get too hairy. And you all are saying this as you're, I would say like, not running or jogging by any means, but definitely moving with haste as you walk.
Power walking.
I'm on a quick trot. I'm on a quick trot, and I'm assuming Roscoe and Tim Tim are on my back.
Yeah, that's perfect. And the rest are keeping pace with you, I imagine. Now, if it gets dark, we need to stick together. You just don't know what to expect with this kind of. I'm sorry, I've been doing the wrong voice the entire time. I've been doing fucking Terry. You just don't know what to expect with this kind of monstrosity.
All right, let's quicken the pace.
And you all are off.
Demetrius goes to like a light run.
And after only a few hours of traveling in the latter half of the Forest of Giants, you are keenly aware of just how worse off this portion is. Whereas before, even in the worst parts and paths leading up to here, a stray bit of green foliage could be seen, and the path itself had been unaffected entirely. Such was not the case here. Here, the light is dim and sparse, even in the brightest parts of the path. The stench of death fills the air and makes it difficult to breathe, and the flesh surrounds you all, only waiting for its chance to strike and claim another victim. The entire day passes with you all only narrowly escaping the grips of fate, worse than death more than once, where the flesh would lunge at you only for you to narrowly dodge or be fortunate enough that the megalodons had granted you the resistant armor that you now wear. The sun now begins to set, and you hear Chester speak up for the first time since you all have departed. We're losing time. We're still a little over an hour out. The sun's not going to make it that long.
Set the pace, Chester. We will follow.
Agreed. Chester does a sort of half growth, actually. And as he does, instead of the full 30-foot self, he grows to about 12 feet tall and actually picks you... Demetrius, he leaves you, Roscoe, and Tim Tim alone, but he does pick up Krunkaksar and Shamos here.
Whoa.
As he begins to sprint along to help keep pace with you all.
Roscoe, does that amuse you?
Yeah, this is how I feel, but like with everybody.
Exactly.
Am I on his shoulder?
He's kind of got you scooped in his hands.
Oh, okay.
Or like little action figures.
No, it's like bold, like in front of him. I don't know how to, like he's got both hands in front of him, kind of in like a cup motion, holding you all steady to make sure that you have.
I just want to add right now what I'm imagining with this is like, you know, that montage in Lord of the Rings where like Legolas and Gimli and Aragorn are all running. You guys have seen that? That's kind of what I imagine.
Yeah, man.
As the sun begins to set, you all notice that the flesh does in fact seem to be more active, and before you all are able to make it a camp, the sun has set entirely by now. You all still keeping the pace, running as quickly as you can through the night. And
Chester, should we make shelter?
there's no shelter here. The only place that's safe is the one we have set up. It's the only place that's been fortified with the water.
How far are we from the forest edge?
Still about 30 minutes. You all continue to run through the forest, and again, pitch dark. There is no artificial light. The flesh has blocked out the light of the trees. And I need you all right now to go ahead and make a dex saving throw. I'm sorry, not a dex saving throw, a perception roll.
3.
All right. It's a 14 for Demetrius.
What's the perception mod?
Wisdom.
Shit.
Oh,
I rolled it in that 20.
It's a 2.
2.
2. Okay.
Shamos, what do your devil eyes see?
What do I see?
What you see is the flesh kind of hunting you. You see it climbing through the trees and scouring along the brush line beside you.
The flesh is hunting us.
We
Look
must
behind.
move.
Chester tries to pick up the pace, but I mean, at his current size, he's doing anything short of completely sprinting. You all continue to run a little bit further, and now everyone, I guess not you, not Concaxar and Shamos, but I'm going to make a dexterity saving throw as Chester, and I need you, Demetrius, to make a dex saving throw as well.
There's a 7.
Oh, that's not good.
That's a 7.
Chester rolls a dirty 22, so he's able to, right before he steps onto the pile of flesh that was waiting for them, he's able to jump over it as he notices the floor moving beneath him.
Ooh.
Demetrius, you have the flesh now beginning to climb its way up your suit from your legs up.
Chester!
What's going on?
We're caught!
He's hit.
Bless! I'm gonna need to set you two down here for a minute. And he does, and he pulls out he shrinks back down to size as he replaces his ring, and pulls out several small vials of the water that he's had on him. Oh, this don't look good. It's already starting to creep. And he
Can we
begins.
take off his armor?
I wouldn't recommend it. We still got a ways to go. This is the only thing that's saving him right now. Tim, how much do you have? I've only got a few vials, Chesty. Well, we got no choice. Come on. They begin to empty vial after vial onto the flesh that has started to creep up to you. And after the very last vial has been poured onto you, it seems the flesh has finally withered away enough for you all to continue your journey. Chester turns to you, Kronk and Shamos. I think it's going to be safer for all of us if we travel separate. If I mess up, it's lights out for you all as well.
Really quick, as they were helping him, I wanted to do something really quick, like when they were pouring the water on him.
Yeah, what's up?
I wanted to get to run over to Kronk with one of the torches from my explorer's pack and ask him to light it for me.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and light it.
Okay, thanks.
Perfect. All right, you all now have light.
Demetrius, will you hold this?
Got it!
And he's gonna draw his short bow and ready an arrow. Not light it yet, but he's gonna have it ready to go.
Gotcha. Okay. I'm assuming Tim and Roscoe are still on the back of Demetrius, and you all begin to continue to run. And as you all do, I need everyone now, except just everyone. I need everyone to make a dex saving throw.
That's a little better. 19.
13.
10.
7.
7. Okay, as was stated before, the flesh has been jumping through the trees and through the brush beside you, and has now started to jump down from you and behind you to try to just get a hold of you in some way or form. Demetrius, as it first jumps at you with Roscoe and Tim on your back, you are not only able to dodge, but you are able to swipe with the torch in front of you, and able to make contact with the flesh, sending it off to the side with a searing hiss. Chester does something similar as the flesh begins to jump at him, Shamos, and Kronkaxar. Kronkaxar, with a 7, the flesh was going to actually strike you because you needed an 8 to save. However, Chester rolled a nat 20. So right as the flesh seems to have got the drop on you, Chester grows to an immense height and bashes it hard enough to send it with enough force behind you all, and you all are able to continue to run forward.
All of us?
All of you. You all have been unaffected by the flesh.
Witnessing that happening, Roscoe's gonna light up one of his arrows.
Roscoe, you light an arrow, and as you all do, I need you all to make one more perception check.
Okay.
Perception check?
Okay, I was gonna ask if I could see the forest edge.
I was gonna say yes. Actually, I was gonna let you all know. You all are within eyesight now of the shelter as a dim light pierces the horizon of the trail that you've been following. Come on, fellas, we're almost there.
So do we need to roll a perception check?
Perception check right now.
9.
That's a 6 for me.
Dude, 4.
12.
12. Okay. Shamos, you notice two things. One, you feel a soft rumble in the ground every time you take a step running forward. And two, with your enhanced tiefling hearing, you hear a noise that resembles prey, or I should say the predator, running through the brush as quietly as it could.
Oh God, I don't even know how to explain that. Can you guys feel that?
Feel what?
The rumbling. It sounds like something's coming.
From where?
And
I don't know.
With that, you all turn to look behind you, and you see something horrifying. Behind you, it can only be described as a tidal wave of flesh rushing toward you, engulfing the trees and foliage around it as it makes its approach.
Roscoe's gonna fire his arrow at it, the flame one.
Yeah, you fire an arrow into it, and it is just engulfed into the flesh as if it was absolutely nothing, as if it was just another one of these trees. And when I say a tidal wave, I mean, think of a wall of this flesh, and it's just moving toward you, absorbing everything in its path along the way.
We're all running continuously as we're looking back, right?
I assume, yeah, at this point, you all are
Yeah.
just sprinting full force.
We're booking.
Demetrius's mouth drops.
We're gonna need to go faster.
And you all do, and in fact, Chester now grows to full size, his full gigantus, 30 feet tall, and scoops all of you and begins to sprint, each footstep leaving a giant imprint in the ground below him. You see Tim shooting fireballs up into the air, trying to slow down the flesh to no avail as the living wall devours the flames and continues to charge forward. The light in front of you grows brighter as you continue to rush forward. The sound of snapping trees and the deafening white noise behind you, resembling a full-speed train, grows louder and louder. And just as you're able to cross the threshold into the green foliage, you turn to see the flesh let out a sickly screech as its charge halts. You watch in horror as the seemingly unstoppable wall simply dissolves in front of your eyes and washes over the environment behind you like a blanket. Just barely.
I'm gonna look and check Chester and make sure he's good, like his feet and everything.
Yeah, he shrinks down. He puts you all down gently and shrinks down to normal size and doesn't seem to have come in contact with any of the flesh chasing you all or trying to attack you all in general.
Can we do like a group check where we check each other, like, you know, when you spray your buddies with mosquito spray?
You guys do that. I'm gonna sit down for a minute.
Are you okay, Chester?
That
Yeah.
was something else.
Yeah, I'm fine. I'm fine.
Never been more scared in my life.
Chester, thank you. We couldn't have made it out of this source without you.
You saved us.
I'm just glad we made it, Phyllis. Truly. I'm gonna go lay down for a minute. That my giant form takes a bit out of me nowadays.
Take all the rest you need.
First things first, though. If you all can start a fire, it'd be appreciated.
Demetrius is kind of like, his torso's kind of hanging down over his horse body, and he, without looking up at like Kronk, but he just kind of like puts his hand limply up towards Kronk. Kronk.
I imagine we all look at Kronk immediately.
I'm already on it.
Are you gonna light a fire or just stand there?
I get some stones and some small branches.
I was gonna
and
say,
then
yeah, you actually find a small fire pit already kind of set up, and you're able to just very easily light it using your wonderful dragonborn powers.
Yes.
And you all now have a good fire going on. To give you all a quick rundown of the shelter that you are now going to be residing in. It is a very simple log cabin. I mean, like straight up like Abraham Lincoln style, designed to hold about 3 or 4 people at a time. And you all have now settled in front of the fire. All of you have found a spot to sit, or made a spot to sit, and you're able to take in your surroundings.
What are our surroundings?
I was gonna ask.
Well, around you, you see. First off, there's about 200 feet of safety, I should say, where the flesh is not permeated. You all have this perimeter of green foliage, but outside of it, dimly lit, you notice a few things. One, of course, is the flesh surrounding and covering all the trees and grass and brush and everything. But not only that, you notice a few wandering bodies outside of it as well, humanoid in shape, in size.
What are those, Chester?
Well, everybody hasn't been as lucky as you. Sometimes they came in on the other side of this side of the forest. Sometimes we didn't find people quick enough. And that's what happens to them.
So what prevents them from breaching this perimeter?
Same thing that prevents them from breaching our other perimeter. Heavily fortified water. We've got
Is it like a moat?
No, it is. Think of it like when you get your house protected from bugs. You know, when the pest control comes in and they
Fumigated?
Yeah. Well, like where they spray. Is it fumigated still? Where they like spray the edges of your door and your windows and stuff.
It's just treating
Kinda.
it, but so the water doesn't evaporate then?
No magical properties, bro.
It's like a magical wall of water, basically.
Yeah. Think of it like a force field that's allowing. Think of it more like the water has seeped into the soil and is keeping these magical properties in that soil, not allowing the flesh to
Gotcha.
enter into
So-
this area.
But it has evaporated though. It's not like
Yeah, it's not like a moat or like a puddle or anything.
This FBR episode brought to you by Everwet Water.
Ooh, yeah, okay. Terminix, Waterix.
Water X.
Roscoe is gonna he's gonna shuffle. Is there like a tree somewhere in the perimeter?
Yeah. There's a couple giant ass trees.
He's not gonna wander too far, but he's gonna lean up a little ways away from the fire, kind of by himself.
Okay.
Just like sit down, kind of.
Demetrius, I'm imagining, because he has like long black hair. He has like a couple like sweaty streaks of hair in his face, and he's just like staring into the fire and chomping on a carrot.
I go and plump down next to Roscoe and just like lay on my back.
Can Shamos have a hood?
Yeah, sure. Why not? I don't see why not.
I think he's gonna have his hood up, and he's just gonna sit there, just crouched by the fire, just maybe across from Dimitri, just staring into it.
All right. And you all stare into the fire until the inevitable haunt of slumber creeps over each and every one of you. And at your own pace, you each make your way to where you'll be sleeping that night, whether it be out under the stars in the safety of the perimeter or in the cabin where you can at least maybe try to forget the sights that you've seen outside. End scene.